Good day. It is September the 1st. Happy September. It's also called meteorological fall. That means this is the month that fall comes in or autumn comes in. Anyways, happy September. Today we're going to continue in Judges 19, doing verses 20 through 22 and Proverbs 1. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Begin Judges 19, starting at verse 20. "You're welcome to stay with me," the old man said. "I will give you anything you might need, but whatever you do, don't spend the night in the square." 21. So he took them home with him and fed the donkeys. After they washed their feet, they ate and drank together. 22. While they were enjoying themselves, a crowd of troublemakers from the town surrounded the house. They began beating at the door and shouting to the old man, "Bring out the man who is staying with you so we can have sex with him." Okay, so the Levite, his servant, and his concubine or wife are in this town. They came in late. They were in the town square. An old man came from the fields and invited him home. He should have been invited as a hospitality. They should have been invited earlier, but this is what the old man did. He's the only one that did that. Now, the townsmen are surrounding the old man's house and demanding sex with the Levite. Okay, verse 20. "You are welcome to stay with me," the old man said. "I will give you anything you might need, but whatever you do, don't spend the night in the square." He knew what kind of people his townsmen were, so he did not want them to stay outside. 21. So he took them home with him and fed the donkeys. After they washed their feet, they ate and drank together. He was very hospitable to them. He took care of their animals, and then he fed them, and they drank together. He was very friendly and hospitable toward these men and the concubine. While they were enjoying themselves, a crowd of troublemakers from the town surrounded the house. They began beating at the door and shouting to the old man, "Bring out the man who is staying with you so we can have sex with him." They had drink. Now these men surrounding the house are sons of Belial, which is the devil, vile scoundrels. This is remnants of Sodom when Lot was staying there, where they came and tried to have sex with the angels. Proverbs 1. Now Proverbs is a book of good advice. It's got something for every situation. However, it is not a how-to book. That means if you follow it, just because you do this doesn't mean you're going to have a positive outcome, because other people are trying to have you have a negative outcome. But if you do this with love in your heart, God will be on your side. And this is what he wants from his people. So if you're not, it's good for people who don't belong to him to do if they follow the principles. 1. Proverbs 1 and verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of King David, king of Israel. This is who wrote most of them. 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to comprehend the words of understanding. This is the beginning of what you need. This is what they're for. To know wisdom and instruction and understanding. 3. To receive the discipline of wisdom, justice and right and equity. This is a discipline. Discipline is doing things you don't want to do. 4. To give prudence to the simple, the young man knowledge and discretion, to help you. Prudence, not to make errors, and knowledge and discretion. Discretion is not knowing only right from wrong, but best from better. 5. That the wise man may hear and increase in learning, the man of understanding may attain wise counsels. If you want to learn, you will. To understand a proverb and a figure and the words of the wise and their dark saying. 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but the foolish despise wisdom and discipline. Foolish in this case means insane, like someone who thinks they're a poached egg. Hear, my son, the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the teaching or Torah of thy mother. Listen up and do what we tell you. 9. For they shall be a chaplet of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they try and say, come on, let's go, just say no. 11. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us lurk for innocent without cause. Let's kill him. Just say no. 12. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We will take everything they got. 13. We will find all the precious substance. We will fill our houses with spoil. We will live off what we steal from innocent people. 14. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. We'll split everything equally. Yeah, right. 15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Restrain thy foot from their path. Don't go along with them. 16. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. They only do evil. 17. For in vain is the net spread in the eyes of any bird. You'll be found out. 18. And these lie in wait for their own blood. They lurk for their own lives. They will turn on you in an instant. 19. So are the ways that everyone is greedy of gain. It takes away the life of the owners thereof. You will die. And in the New Testament it says, I believe it's Paul, idolatry, greediness is idolatry. Proverbs 1 verse 20 starts a new section. Wisdom crieth aloud in the streets. She uttereth her voice in the broad places. Wisdom is inviting you. She calleth at the head of the noisy streets, at the entrance of the gates in the city, and she uttereth her words. She's in plain sight. She's just for everyone. 22. How long, ye thoughtless, will ye love thoughtlessness? And how long will ye scorners delight in scorning? And fools hate knowledge. How long are you going to be an idiot? 3. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. When I tell you you're wrong, turn away. And I will tell you how to do it the right way in the Spirit of God, with the Spirit of God. 24. Because I have called and ye have refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man attended. I've tried to help you. No one listened. 25. But ye have said naught of my counsel, and would have none of my reproof. You said no, and we're not listening to you. And because you have done this. 26. I also in your calamity will laugh. I will mock when your dread cometh. Yeah. I'll say, yeah, how's that working out for you? 27. When your dread cometh as a storm, and when your calamity cometh as a whirlwind, and it will come hard and it will come fast. 28. Then they will call me, but I will not answer. They will seek me earnestly, but they shall not find me. Too late. This is like asking the teacher when you disrupted the class all year. Mocked her, disturbed the class, tried to get other kids to not listen to her. Then during the final exam saying, can you help me with number 1? Yeah, it's too late. 29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh. They chose not to listen. 30. They would have none of my counsel. They despised my reproof. 31. Because they did this, therefore they shall eat of the fruit of their own way. In other words, they made their bed, they got to lie in it. And be filled with their own devices. Whatever plans they had will backfire on them. 32. For the waywardness of the thoughtless shall slay them, and the confidence of fools shall destroy them. They think they're all that in a bag of chips. They're just a pile of horse manure. And 33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell securely, and shall be quiet without the fear of evil. If you listen, you will be safe and without fear, and you will have peace and quiet. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you can reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.